It's time for a little Funky Friday. From their funky hidden headquarters, your hosts, Keith and Gerry.
In his book, O.J. Simpson says that he would have taken a bullet or stood in front of a train for Nicole. Man, I'm going to tell you, that is some bad luck when the one guy who would have died for you kills you. That's probably... You don't get worse luck than that.
Welcome to TGIF, Pop Culture Minefield and Friends. I am Gerry from Pop Culture Minefield. Keith is not here. He is on the road. And, of course, our team here is our good friend Six, our good buddy for the first time on our show, Stephen Otten. He's usually in the chat. And, of course, Celine Dijon, a.k.a. Fat Steven, is here. And he's doing the weird voice thing. And I was just looking, and I saw, before we even came on, like, Mr. Tickle Truck, man, look at this shit. Oh, sorry, Six. Super sticker for $2 Canadian when we came in. It was like at 5:30. It was already done. Thank you, Mr. Tickle Truck. You're the bomb diggity yo for Canada. And for you, I shall play my favorite thank you, which is, I refer to it as the lesbian thank you.
You're reading a magazine. You come across a full-page nude photo of a girl.
Is this testing whether I'm a replicant or a lesbian, Mr. Deckard?
I think it would have been funny if you said, "Oh, lesbian."
I'll bet Mr.
Answer the question.
Turd Ferguson. Yeah, this episode, we're going to get into it a little bit later about Norm Macdonald. But let's go ahead and I guess we can hit the news of the day. And one of the things I like to go to is, of course, Geekosity. And so we can go to geekositymag.com and see what some news stories are. So I'm going to share the... Oh, Jacob. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Martin. Hey, Socks. Let you guys know this is officially the last 6 p.m. Or I should be like, this is the last episode of TGIF at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next week, we'll go back to the original 2 o'clock because I miss doing the 2 o'clock show.
Me too.
And
God.
it's so much, I feel so much more relaxed early in the day. We're not going to get that many people because... What the fuck are you doing?
What is happening?
I don't know. I'm talking and he starts doing this shit.
I'm wondering, I can't get it to stop.
Okay. Everything's
So anyway,
as normal.
Yeah. But I'm so excited because Stephen's in the chat, but he's also here with us. And welcome, Stephen, to our team. I'm very excited to have you a part of our panel.
Thank you for inviting me, and I apologized for all of the potential subs that you will lose having me on the show. No, I'm kidding.
Awesome. Thanks. Well, I always appreciate a pre-apology. I just saw Lord Thoth. Hey, my friend, how are you doing? Oh, it's a drive-by. Hello. Oh, you bastard. You're not going to stick around. I know what you're doing. You're going over to...
Just leave the tab open, Lord.
He's headed over to Friday Night Tides. I don't blame him. If I were doing this show, I'd be watching them.
I wouldn't. Not till Tom arrives, anyway.
Yeah, Tom's our friend. Yeah. But I'm going back to 2 o'clock. I quit my job if I didn't tell everybody. I was so not happy on that first day on the call floor. I got so mad I chewed out my own management team. Told them how they're supposed to do their job, and now they didn't. They're wonderful people, though. Wonderful people. Just I didn't like the way they handled it. And it makes me happier because I can get back to doing the show at the times I want to do them at. What does Jacob say? Turd Ferguson, it's a funny name. Norm Macdonald is Burt Reynolds. Yes. I think one of my funniest posts I saw yesterday on Twitter was "Rest in Peace, Norm Macdonald," and it had a picture of Burt Reynolds.
I saw
And
that.
somebody wrote below it, he says, Norm Macdonald would have laughed at this. And then right below it, somebody wrote, "You mean Turd Ferguson?" Those made me giggle. Yeah, because Norm Macdonald is just like one of the funniest fuckers I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
My favorite comedian of all time was Don Rickles until I saw Norm Macdonald's first routine in 1989. And he was like, it was on TV. And he was young, he was so thin. He looked like he couldn't even lift his own shoes. And oh my God, he was so fucking funny.
What is happening?
Someone's
Silly
phone
teacher.
vibrating.
That was
Yep.
you. I could see your
That was
icon.
you. It was your thing was moving.
You're just trying to pass the buck. Blame it on the new guy. It's all Stephen Otten's fault.
Yeah, he said he was going to lose
that
subs.
wasn't me
I
that
might as well
time.
take advantage of it. No.
So let's get into the news. I will share my screen here. Share.
It's going to be his
Boom.
news again.
And of course, all of us have been looking forward to this. Oh, let me throw up the logo. I need to throw up the logo. Hold on.
I just need to throw it.
Geekosity. There it is. Geekosity. So Vincent D'Onofrio teases Kingpin return on Hawkeye. I think that's wonderful. I hope that really does happen. Open the link. Let's see who wrote the article. Is it? It's Edwin Francisco. So I'm not going to read the article. I don't have anything against him, but he tends to be very shy on writing actual information and instead putting a lot of history in there that we don't need.
Sounds like you have a little bit against him.
Well, it's just his art. He writes articles in a way that I don't like.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
I want to know
That's
information of what he's talking about. I don't need a history lesson on who Vincent D'Onofrio is, his career, and the history of Kingpin. I really don't.
I thought it was because
I
there
wanted-
wasn't enough pictures, Gary.
Yeah, here we go. Let's get to the Vincent D'Onofrio's Twitter tweet. The three-legged dog running, jumping, and with an incredible case of the wiggles. This dog does not ask for pity. This dog looks up to us. Wants to know what's next. Head tilted, it says, "Where should we go? Where should we go? What should we do? Why are we waiting?" I say to myself, this dog is right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck
I
that
hate
means.
poetry.
I love poetry, but that one makes no sense for what's
Was
going
that
on here.
poetry?
So,
It's called a poem, according to him.
Oh, what?
ooh, great photo there where he got stuck. Yeah.
Nexay.
But I'm looking forward to him being brought back because he is the single best Kingpin.
Uh-huh.
Live action Marvel Zombies
No,
planned.
no, get that. No,
Yeah, I'm not interested. Venom headed for MCU as villain in Spider-Man 4. I'm cool with that. I'm very cool with that. Margot Robbie could make a leap to the MCU. Okay. That's
Another
Edwin
empty
Francisco. Margot Robbie is one of the most iconic actresses that make the DCEU worth watching. Now there's a paucity of her in the MCU. Her portrayal of Harley Quinn is a favorite among the masses, regardless of the movie was good or not. She was always the highlight of each of those movies. Margot Robbie recently worked with James Gunn in the last DCEU picture, Suicide Squad. MCU veteran Gunn enjoyed working with Margot Robbie. In fact, he said that it was a privilege to work with the actress. Margot Robbie herself said that she wouldn't have done the Suicide Squad without Gunn. I don't believe that. So it seems that they might have some synergy working together. Gunn likes using Nathan Fillion and Michael Rooker in most of his movies. Regardless of how small the role is, both of them are Gunn's favorite actors to work with. So let's get to... Still, Gunn didn't say who he might be using for the final piece of his Guardians trilogy. He's working on the storyboards for the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. At this point, he might have a few ideas about who might be in the film. However, it is still early to tell who who's who, since no one knows what the film's direction will be. Right now, since Gunn worked with with a lot of the impressive actors of Suicide Squad, it could be anybody. And yeah, here we go with the education. Thanks for telling us who was in the fucking movie. There's a high chance that he'll use Fillion in the next. Again, we got that when you mentioned it earlier.
Words.
I swear to God, this guy's writing just drives me nuts.
No pictures.
Yeah, I'm done. I hope she does transition over. That would be nice.
Transition
to Harvey Quinn.
Transition to Harvey.
That joke was brought to you by Budweiser. I still have one.
I'm actually looking forward to this because I like her as an actor. She's really good. She was in The Shootist, the remake of The Shootist or readaptation. And she was damn good. Shorter length of Sony's Venom, Let There Be a Carnage makes for a stronger film. That's no surprise. John Barenthal doesn't deny returning as the Punisher. Seriously, how is that a story? He's coming back.
Your best friend.
He's coming back. We
it's
know
done
he's
by
coming
Edwin.
back.
You must read that. It's done by Edwin.
I'm not going to fucking read it.
I'll read Edwin for you.
Now, Dan wrote this one. I'll read this one. Review Marvel Legends Dr. Doom Supervillain Wave 6-inch action figure. Yeah. This looks good.
That's news.
That's a Canadian 6 inches.
And I like Dan. Dan's a really cool dude. He's a friend of mine. Hasbro has finally brought us a pretty amazing wave of supervillains. As it stands, I'm only 3 figures shy of completing this wave, which I really hadn't thought I'd end up buying. Let's take a look at the Marvel Legends Dr. Doom Supervillains Wave 6-inch action figure. As we know, there is only one Doom, and he's no schlocky video host, Victor Von Doom. Oh, he just took a shot at Doomcock.
No. I doubt so. I think so.
That is a direct shot at Doomcock. No schlocky video host. That's interesting.
Could be, but
no, he says there's only one Doom, and he's no schlocky video host. He took a shot at Doomcock.
Shots fired.
Well, holy shit!
Isn't there like something? Wasn't
is this
there,
Edwin? Who wrote this?
It's Dan Hickman.
Dan Hickman. We're coming for you, buddy.
Oh no, he's a buddy of mine. I will quote him and post it and let other people say shit. But he just took that took some balls, my friend. That took some balls. Victor Von Doom. The name alone is enough to send a shiver up the spine of many stalwart hero. Scientist, magician, despot are but a few of the words used to describe Reed Richards' most vengeful foe. Now, after stealing the Beyonder's omnipotent abilities, Doom can call himself Supreme Ruler. Using these stolen powers, Doom created an entirely new reality from all the remains of multiple worlds' destruction. This new reality was named Battleworld, and under Doom's control existed as several domains ruled by barons or baronesses appointed by Doom himself. This is interesting. Travel between the domains without permission was a crime, and disputes were settled before the throne of Doom himself and his sheriff, Stephen Strange, acting as prosecutor and judge. Man, this sounds cool. Yeah. In this new realm, Doom truly reigns supreme. Can the same be said of this new action figure? I got to be honest, it does not look very good. Yeah, it doesn't look very good, does it? It doesn't really scream, I'm a bad guy. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too pleased with that. That's a cool pose, though, right there. But that doesn't look like the ultimate omnipotent creature that he's supposed to be. I'll always stick with this Doom or this Doom. I just like the green. That's some cool shit. Good article, Dan. But get ready, man. Some people are probably going to come after you when I post what you said. I'm sorry, buddy. I've said it right here. I am so sorry. For whatever these people say to you. I
want to quickly point out, though, Dan, that we here at Pop Culture Minefield and Friends are not associated with Gerry smiling while saying this. So this is all on him because you're friends. So if you need new friends after this, the friends from Pop Culture Minefield will still be here for you with mental and emotional support.
I don't want to read this article because Edwin wrote it. It's Wolverine's MCU movie headed for 2024, his 50th birthday. Let's see. Is that Dan? Yeah, it's Dan again. Dan does the action figures and toys. That's his thing.
Oh, look, Edwin.
What's that?
It's Edwin.
Leaked footage of Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man No Way Home. See it here. Okay, I'm going to look.
Wow.
Boy, he's got his junk tied up.
Here it is.
It's big junk.
Yeah, I'd already seen photos of this, so this is kind of cool seeing the video. Oh, it's very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him.
He doesn't exist. Remember, that actor doesn't exist. It's like the movies in Canada don't exist.
Yeah, I'm looking. That's pretty much, yeah. Charlie Cox, I'm looking forward to seeing him in the MCU again. He's really one of the best actors that portrayed a character in the Marvel Universe. Playing the part of playing the part of Daredevil. Fucking good stuff.
Matt Murdock.
The only thing is, even though I like the Foggy from the TV series, I actually liked Favreau as Foggy.
Oh yeah,
he was the best part of that movie, in my opinion, was him. Because I didn't like Ben Affleck or Jennifer Garner in their roles. The only character that really stood out was Favreau as Foggy. But yeah, some good stuff. I'm not seeing anything.
Well, there was one by Edwin and Mikey, right?
Which one?
Stop. That one right there. Shang-Chi to spin off Avengers like Asian.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is from September 5th. Yeah, we talked about this last week.
Is that before the UFOs?
I'm going to click on news and see what else we got in news. New Marvel Games PlayStation exclusive, Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I'm not that interested in that. Of course, this is Mikey's comic book. This is very cool. Very excited to see it.
This looks like hot garbage.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. So, yeah, we pretty much gone through it. And this looks like, this is garbage right there. I guess that's it for the Geekosity news this week. The only other real news this week was came out of StarTrekMovie.com, which is kind of hot garbage when you see who it is. This is the article that I shared in our thing. Keith shared it with me.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's that?
Are they going to get you exactly the same dress Whitney Houston wore for the remake of The Bodyguard?
I will not fucking watch that. One of the cool things about that film, and I don't know how many people are aware of it, his haircut in that film, people complained about it. And I'm like, why? Because it was clearly a nod to Steve McQueen.
Clearly.
And that was Steve McQueen's haircut, man. He made that famous. And I thought that was really cool because that was a very Steve McQueen kind of film. And I thought that was cool that he threw a nod to him. I like that original film, despite Whitney Houston. We have private chat. What's going on here?
Don't worry. All those articles were done by Edwin. You're good.
I found a story that might be moderately interesting. They are remaking The Lost Boys, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, they already remade it, and it failed before it even aired.
Is that Andy Dick?
No.
That sure looks like Andy Dick, doesn't it?
It looks like Andy Dick mixed with James Gunn.
Everybody looks so beta, even the black dude. I'm like, what's going on here? New Lost Boys movie in the works with Noah, whatever, how you ever pronounce that name.
Noah Jupe?
Noah Jupe.
Is that it? Jaden Martell to star exclusive. Yeah, because the TV series just sounded like a dumpster fire from the very beginning. The network would not greenlight airing the finished pilot. made him go back to reshoot it, and then it just sort of faded into history. And now this. Okay.
Is this actually Lost Boys, or is it called Stranger Boys? Because it's like Stranger Things.
Well, let's go ahead and read it. Warner Brothers. Oh God! Right now, anything coming out of Warner Brothers is just is likely going to be just the worst fucking thing you've ever seen, because he is. I'm going to say his name.
Don't say it.
I have to say his name.
Hamada.
Are you Toby? Mr. Hamada thanks you.
Yeah, Hamada. Walter fucking Hamada is in his death throes. We know that he's done. He's gone. He's still working there, but he will not be there after June. And so he's in that death throes where he's just greenlighting everything and creating turmoil. And this, I think, is just part of it. This is just more of fucking Hamada lashing out and greenlighting stuff. God Almighty is such a twat. Warner Brothers has found the Lost Boys once again. The studio is gearing up for a brand new remake or reimagined take on the 1980s teen vampire classic. Noah Jupe, one of the stars of A Quiet Place movies, and Jaden Martell, who is one of the young stars in It horror movies, will top-line the feature project. Rising scribe Randy McKinnon, a name I don't fucking know, who is already working on Warner Brothers and DC's Static Shock. That sounds like he's probably garbage. Will write the new Lost Boys with Jonathan Entwistle on board to direct. Brian Kavanaugh Jones and Fred Berger will produce via their automatic banner. Oh, this just does not sound exciting to me. And I'm a huge fan of the original Lost Boys. What a great fucking film.
Well, why do they keep taking these amazing, excellent franchises and try to improve on them? Why don't they take like the mediocre shit from back in the day, which I don't have?
Well, that's what
try to improve on that stuff.
That's what a creative, smart person would do: is take stuff that almost worked but didn't, and then tweak it. But oh no, we got a lot of comments. What's going on here? Amazon Prime is coming out with I Know What You Did Last Summer as a TV series for the. I got to tell you, you know,
I saw that. It looks like garbage.
I think that's fine because look, I got to tell you, I saw the films and they're okay. I think the only one I liked really was the Island one with Jack Black. The first one was a Scooby-Doo film to me.
What?
Yeah, it was an R-rated Scooby-Doo film. That's all
Jack
it was.
Black was in the I Know What You Did
Yeah,
Last
when they
Summer
went to the
franchise?
island. Yeah, he was the maintenance guy or whatever.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, and if you don't have Kiefer Sutherland in particular, you know, God, that cast was so fucking perfect in the original film. The soundtrack, you know, oh my God, what a great fucking movie. And that ending with the only problem with Santa Clarita is all the goddamn vampires. And your like mind is blown that Grandpa knew about them all along.
Yeah, he was such a cool grandpa.
Yeah, this just looks like a fucking shit show from the beginning. I don't have much faith in it. Stephen, you brought it up, motherfucker. Explain yourself. Why do you think this is important?
Hey, Rebecca.
Well,
I put you in a spot. I'm sorry, man.
No. It's just something I noticed on Twitter today. I'm not happy with remakes of prior films. The Lost Boys does not need to be remade. It still holds up. I like the lead actors they have here. Noah Jupe was great in Ford v Ferrari, I thought.
I like that movie.
Yeah, he is great in that. And he's good in the Quiet Place films as well. Jaden Martell, I only know him from It, and I think he was in Knives Out, but I've tried to erase that movie from my mind.
I got to tell you, I'm going to admit to this. I own both films. I have not watched either A Quiet Place, and I don't know why. I bought both.
Watch them. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yeah,
I don't know why I haven't. I own them, and I want to watch them, and I just haven't. It's sort of like, here's one thing. My wife hates horror films, really scary horror films. And so I have to be very careful what films. And if she's not with me, I tend to not watch the films on my own because I'm usually busy doing shit. Rebecca, I love you. Glad you're here. Man, how are things going? And are you preparing to do a live episode with us doing a tattooing? Because I want to do that. I want to do
Gary's
that.
going to get a sense of humor tattooed on him somewhere.
On his dick.
I don't think that's a sense of humor. That would just be laughing.
Yeah, well, it'll fit right in with the tattoo you've got is that I'm Fat Steven and I'm a grifter that doesn't know how to tell jokes.
Actually, Gary, if you want to get into this, I have my neck done, my whole upper back, shoulders done. I have my elbows, inner arm on my right-hand side, and one on my leg. So on you, sir.
Let's see.
Yeah, I just have that one tattoo.
Whip them out, Steven.
From the military. You know, when I served in the Army, I did all that combat medic stuff.
The back isn't finished, but it's a James Jeans art piece called Tastic Turn. Yes, but I will find it for you.
In fact, Deanna and I keep talking about going down there to visit Rebecca, and I want to have her fix my tattoo. It's going, Gare. I'm mentally struggling, but I'm still trying. You stick at it, woman. You stick at it, and don't you fucking quit. It's these moments that make us appreciate our life when we struggle. So you just stick at it, woman. We love you. But all right, Stephen, you're not off the hook, but I forgive you for sharing this story.
I would like to apologize also. I will be executed from the neck until dead. All right.
Okay. Let's go. Paramount confirms multiple Star Trek films in the works amidst management shakeup. And this shakeup is huge. Since reemerging almost 2 years ago, Viacom CBS has gone through a number of changes, moving more and more of its focus to streaming and Paramount Plus. The latest movies are happening at Paramount Pictures with a major management shift. But amongst all the changes, we got another confirmation the studio is developing multiple Star Trek films. Next part, Paramount has a new chief. On Tuesday, Viacom CBS officially confirmed what had been reported earlier in the trades, that Paramount chairman and CEO Jim Giannopoulos is handing over the reins to Brian Robbins. Robbins is a fucking moron. Oh my God. Who has been appointed president and CEO of the studio? Oh, it's going to get so much better. Yes. This is going to get so much better. Star Trek is going to win again. Not under this guy. Jesus Christ. Brian Robbins, who has been appointed president and CEO of the studio, in addition to maintaining his current responsibilities leading Nickelodeon. Giannopoulos remains at Paramount in an advisory role through the end of the year to help ensure a smooth transition. The studio is also splitting up its film and television divisions. Paramount Television Studios will now become part of the Premium Network Group under the leadership of Showtime CEO David Nevins, who also oversees all scripted television in Paramount. Plus,
is he also transitioning to Harvey Quinn?
According to media accounts, the management changes are all part of Viacom CBS focus on streaming. Variety reports Robbins convinced Viacom CBS chairman Sherry Redstone. I love Sherry. I don't know how she lost control of this. I really don't. Right. I mean, Keith and I have been talking about this way before she stepped in, that this was going to happen, but we did not expect the failure. Quote, on his vision for the studio and his plans to shift its emphasis in the direction of feeding Paramount Plus, end quote. According to the New York Times, Giannopoulos, quote, had at times resisted a Viacom CBS effort to prioritize the Paramount Plus streaming service at the expense of ticket sales in theaters, end quote. The Wall Street Journal first broke the news last week, saying Redstone was impressed with Robbins' ability to tap into younger audiences, end quote, seen as a key to Paramount Plus. Outgoing Chief Memo talks Trek. Star Trek entered the story briefly on Tuesday, getting a mention in a memo about the changes from Giannopoulos via THR. Since its inception, Paramount has been synonymous with great theatrical entertainment, and together we have launched massive global hits like Mission Impossible, Fallout, and just Mission Impossible, and build new cinematic worlds like A Quiet Place, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Elevated. Look, they were in trouble after they lost Indiana Jones, and they knew it. The only thing they had was Mission Impossible. And then A Quiet Place came in and just sort of blew everything out of the water. Expectations were blown away because it just crushed it at the box office. So they now have a chance, and I'd like to see that they're building off of that. But I'm really concerned with this guy because he's a former actor, and some of his previous decisions in the past were de-shit-cisms. He was just garbage. The noteworthy bit of Giannopoulos' mention of multiple Star Trek films being in the works, the biggest of those is, of course, the one that is actually on their release calendar for June 9th, 2023, to be directed by Matt Shakman, with a script already completed. It has been reported this year that producer J.J. Abrams has a second new Trek film project in the works based on a script from Kalinda Vazquez. It's possibly there are other projects in development as well. Developing multiple projects has become the norm for come on. They've been in development hell since the last Star Trek film. This just doesn't. Paramount Pictures has not released a Star Trek film since 2016, Star Trek Beyond, which underperformed and even predates Giannopoulos' reign at the studio. Emma Watts. I'm done reading this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So let me get a clarification. This fella Brian Robbins. We're not talking head of the class Brian Robbins, are we? Is he the same guy?
Hold on. To answer your question.
Well, I think CBS Viacom should just go to porn at this point. Leave
Here you go. Here
I mean,
you go.
You know,
at least they know with porn you're gonna get someone watching it.
There you go.
yeah, that guy. He's running fucking Paramount.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Eric
No,
from Head of the Class is running Paramount. Jesus Christ.
Wait. He's running Paramount or the mullet's running Paramount? They're two separate entities at this point.
All I can say is Keith will agree with me on this. He's a fucking idiot. He's not done anything really successful. He's I don't even want to go into it. Oh my God. Just what a mess. What a mess.
I mean, I watched that show because the redhead was hot, but I mean, seriously. Okay. Hollywood is dead. I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing?
Easy. That's easy. The whole Hollywood dying over the last decade was to lead up to the whole Marvel Zombies movie they're now making. They're just going to refilm everyone from Hollywood and just put makeup on them. It's pretty much what's happening at this point. Hey, Cuber, how you doing? But we're at a point now, honestly, you got to go back to basics. Go back to the Siskel and Ebert kind of thing. That's why I'm going to use as a reference. If you're going to see a film, you're going to watch a show, don't go in looking for woke. Don't go in looking for this, or this. You know what you go for? You go in with a pro and con list. And you write it down, mentally or physically. And then you look at it, and you see whether or not the pros and the cons actually create enough enjoyment or disenjoyment that you continue watching that series rather than torture yourself like a Batwoman season 3 down by the river. Nobody, it's wasted energy, but it needs the criticism. But we're just if you're criticizing shit, it doesn't change itself. It still becomes shit. It's just you see more corn. Let it go. I'm saying this as a wide aspect. Like, I would rather watch something like we were saying before. I'd rather, like Six, you even said it, and I'm trying to brush you up. I would rather watch old Norm Macdonald comedy skits and have a good 3 hours than watch something new here that we already know has no provocation to keep up with the respect of either lore, franchise history, or the creator's intent. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, look, man, you're not going to get any arguments from me on that.
I don't want an argument from you. I just want your pants off.
They're already off.
That explains why there's a sweaty smell in here.
I thought it smelled like cheese.
Here we go. The new other article, thank you, Six, for sharing this. Lynn Hale, longtime Lucasfilm PR head, to retire after 35 years.
Good, get that.
Why is that?
Why is his last name Couch?
Why
the only way women will sit on him?
Let's come back to this. I hope that... Good, thank you.
Look at her in the back. Look how scary she looks.
Who the hell is that person in the background?
She's the one trying to take the careers.
Probably.
She's sneaking up on them.
She's also wearing the same mullet. See, I told you it was a separate entity.
Mullets. One of the Star Wars Galaxy's leaders is moving on to her next adventure. Lynn Hale, the longtime head of publicity and communications at Lucasfilm, who worked closely with founder George Lucas, will retire at the end of 2021 after 35 years with the company. Hale joined Lucasfilm in 1986 as the company's sole publicist, working out of an office at Skywalker Ranch. She helped usher in the new era of Star Wars when she led her first major campaign in 1999 Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, and became known to fans during the lead-up thanks to Lynn's Diaries, a behind-the-scenes video series published on StarWars.com. She also oversaw the campaign for prequel trilogy titles, Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. I got to be honest, this sounds like something that was an article that was paid for by someone at Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a real article. You get to look at it and you start realizing.
There was a nice quote from George Lucas about
Yeah, let's get to that. Where is it? Where's the quote by him? Oh, here we go. Across 35 years of working with her, I've never had a colleague more astute, collaborative, and loyal than Lynn Hale, Lucas told THR in a statement. I think that whole loyal thing was put in there for a particular reason. Quote, a good person through and through, and she's one of the mainstays of the Star Wars experience and went on to be a key player in Lucasfilm. I valued Lynn's sage advice and friendship and couldn't be happier for her to be realizing her dream of seeking new challenges and adventures. That's really nice of him. But it's also a little dig at Kathleen Kennedy, that whole loyal thing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think
but I thought, she's somebody. So Star Wars is my main gig. That's, from A to Z. I'm a Star Wars fan. And her name is a prominent person in my memories of going, over the last 30 years. And I thought that there was something in the article mentioned about how making sure that when she first took on the job, that she wanted to make sure that every fan received a letter back, especially children. And she's always somebody who's been one of the good guys at Lucasfilm. That's been my impression of her.
That's very cool. I want to recognize some people in the chat right now. Snortapupus is here. What is up, my friend? Awesome one. Thanks for showing up, man. It was really good meeting you the other night. Of course, Stephen Otten, who was also in the show, so fucking Zax, who didn't have the balls to fucking show up tonight. But hey, good to see you in the chat. Fucking.
His balls are in his wife's purse. That's why.
Oh, tell your wife happy birthday.
Yeah.
You got a better purse.
And then who else is here? Squeaka is here. What is up, Squeaka? How are you doing tonight? The argument, not the pantaloons, less scary. Let's see. Let's get caught up here. Oh man, this conversation is getting way too deep here. All right, fuck you, chat. I'm done. I'm done reading your shit.
Too many words, guys. You got to keep it to 5-word sentences. Otherwise,
we need to make our chat more pictures and less words.
Oh, I wish we could post pictures and GIFs and.
Emojis aren't enough. I would like to be GIFs and stuff like that. I think it'd be hilarious.
I don't think Gerry, at any time you will ever find a paint by streaming coming up in your near future.
And I've tried to do live drawing, but it's so boring to me.
You have to use a pencil.
I'm okay. Just enjoy the dulcet tones. Awesome throws out some graphics. Broccoli.
I just had some broccoli.
Pickle broccoli.
I thought he was calling your genitals gangrene.
I have no idea. There's nothing that says Gerry on there, so I think you're just
I'm pretty sure
doing a thing, where you start picturing my dick all the time. Could you get fixated
Yeah, I'm
with
usually
my
holding a
penis?
magnifying glass when I have that
You
dream.
really pay way too much attention to my dick.
I heard they fixed the Hubble telescope, but for you, the size still didn't matter.
I'm going to show a video here real quick
Of him dancing.
of the Norm Macdonald Professor of Logic joke that he did. I think it was on Conan O'Brien's show. Share screen and share audio. Share. Make sure this is turned up all the way. There we go.
Every day I meet somebody new, you know. This city's great because of the neighborly people, you know. I don't know. But I did meet one neighbor, interesting story, you know, that this guy, he just moved in, you know, next door to me. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like...
Hey guys, on the panel, if you guys have a favorite Norm Macdonald clip, go ahead and grab it right now. I'll show it.
Okay.
Chat with the neighbor.
I'm not monetized on this video, so I don't give a shit if they hit me.
All right, good. I got one.
Because, you know, so I went over there again, I knocked on the door next door to where I live. And I say to the guy, I said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, you know. And I said, good to see you, you know, nice to run into you, you know. Welcome to the neighborhood, you know. And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir? You know, if you don't mind me asking. You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's
a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic. So I says to the guy, he says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you have
your stream's gone.
You have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married. I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am. He says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something?
Okay.
So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you later.
See you around. Okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways, I left. So I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes.
Right.
So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh?
Yeah.
And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science. Yeah.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of Scylla something or other.
Right.
I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example.
Yeah.
So the guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
Oh my God. Norm Macdonald. Okay, I see you got one too here, Steven. Appreciate it, man.
$1.37 in real money.
Let's see.
Thanks there, Six. Thanks a lot.
Am I wrong?
I don't fucking know. I don't do math.
I don't know.
Let's see. I'm going to use this one. This will be.
She's beginning to suspect, I think.
Suspect? How can it not know what it is?
Commerce is our goal here at Tyrell. More human than human is our motto.
There we go. Thank you, Zach. So I hope you're having a good dinner with your wife. You traitorous son of a bitch. Like, man, I get it when you got to pick your wife or spouse, period, your spouse over doing these shows. It's like, come on, man. Was that the video you were thinking about, Stephen Otten?
I had another one in mind. Also SNL, also Celebrity Jeopardy, but the one that had John Goodman as Brando.
I saw that one. I'm trying to remember how that one went.
Okay.
I'm going to look up something real quick, see if I can, because there was another one. Okay, yeah, I remember this one on the new.
Oh, Gary. Says
Conan
stream
O'Brien.
unavailable.
Yeah, I think we got pulled, Gary.
Stream unavailable. Shit.
We let it go too long. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, we went for almost an hour. They'll make me edit it. Will they put it back on? What are they going to do?
I don't think they will unless you remove the offending.
Well, I can't while we're live.
We'll give it 60 seconds and we'll come back.
Okay.
That's the amount of time you need to.
Yeah, it's back on.
Okay, we are live.
Yay, we're here.
They can still hear you. They just can't see you.
Yay.
Sorry.
Yay.
Oh, well, I guess we're done showing videos, but
yeah.
Just wanted to, I don't know, I just love Norm Macdonald, man.
He's hilarious.
When he told that story about the joke of a serial killer killing all these people because the dog told him, and it ends up being his buddy neighbor hiding in the doghouse. Hey, it's me. Norm Macdonald's like, yeah, you got me. Yeah, because I got the entire family dead in the bag. Oh, you really got me.
God.
Yeah. I heard that joke back in I think it was 1990 or 91, and I fucking lost my shit. And then one time he was talking about, yeah, but when I was young, I started smoking as a kid because I thought it'd make me look cool, and I was right. So he kept smoking because it made him look cool. God damn, that guy's funny. And the other thing I liked about Norm Macdonald is he didn't give two shits, really, what people thought of him. He was just out there, did his thing.
Yeah.
And we talked in private, in our private group about, because I had noticed through the last decade that he'd have periods of time where he would have a puffy face, and he'd make jokes about being fat, but the fact is he wasn't fat. It was just his face looked distortedly puffy, and and we were talking in chat that it could have been Cushing's disease, or it could have been prednisone, because cancer can do all sorts of weird things to the body, including causing Cushing's. So we look back, and he kept it to himself, man. Kept it to himself, and never ever talked about it publicly. And I think that's just why people, I don't know about you guys, but I was really shocked when it said he was dead. I didn't even believe it. I'm like, oh, bullshit, this is a fake article. And cancer. And I'm like, what the fuck? 10 years he's been fighting it? And then I immediately thought, that's why his appearance changed so much. And he aged really quickly over 5 years. Between 2015 and this year, he really aged.
Wait, people get older?
No.
Fuck, my mind's blown now right now.
But I don't know. Just Norm Macdonald's like this great guy, and it's a huge loss. Comedy has been suffering so much due to all the wokeism. And Comedy Central is no longer the show that showcases good comedians. They showcase acceptable comedians. And that's not what comedy's about, you know. And guys like Norm and even Seinfeld. What?
Look at Jim Brewer and how he was like standing up saying, "Look, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go to venues that are restricting. I wanted to be able to either have it or you don't." And people are getting on his ass. The same fucking people. They were supposed to be comedians and friends across the board, and they were attacking a guy for a point of view and an opinion because that's the whole thing. The comedians are supposed to be the last line of not only drawing a line of where satire brings back reality, but for us to laugh at how far we go in reality and bring us back a step. And now that comedy is being subjugated to fucking fear, whatever you want to call it, craziness, we're losing some of the best voices out there that had that mandate. No F's to give. I'm going to say the joke. I don't want comedy to die.
Yeah, I don't either. But, you know, God, they're some of the best are leaving us. And I can't share the New York Times article because I don't have a subscription with them.
What?
So it won't let me share it.
Can I?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we have 3 minutes, man. 3 minutes left of the show.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go back to hour and a half to 2 hours when I go back to 2 o'clock. But Norm Macdonald, Saturday Night Live, comedian dies, yeah.
Yeah, there was, where is it? I thought this was interesting. In early 1998, however, Mr. Macdonald was booted from the anchor chair, reportedly at the behest of Don Ohlmeyer, president of NBC Entertainment.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he was said to have been annoyed by Macdonald's relentless mocking of his friend O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, it was the book joke, though, that I showed at the opening.
Oh,
that was the censure for Ohlmeyer. He was furious because he'd already told him to stop it.
And then this joke. You want to read this one, Gary?
Among his most famous is one he told on The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien in 2009 about a moth that goes to a podiatrist after a setup and rambled on for minutes, in which the moth pours on various emotional troubles. The podiatrist asked the insect why it came to a podiatrist rather than a psychiatrist. Mr. Macdonald's punchline was, and then the moth said, because the light was on.
That's one of his more famous to me anyway.
I remember him doing that joke.
Jokes, yeah.
I never missed when he was going to be on a show. Never. I would furiously look through TV Guide online to see if Norm was appearing on any of those shows. I'd always go through The Tonight Show. Oh, my God. And when Conan had his own show on TBS. Does he still have it? I just sort of stopped watching it over the last 2 years.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Or he's close to ending it, one or the other.
Yeah, just... his ratings aren't very good, the last I read. But I don't know. This has been I don't know. I enjoyed this episode showing the footage of fucking Norm Macdonald. I don't care if we got hit by YouTube on that. I so fucking enjoyed that. Are they going to make me cut it? You think, Steven?
If you're not going to monetize it, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm not monetizing. The only thing I'm never going to monetize our show. Because I say fuck too much and cocksucker. So I don't want to get in trouble.
Can't you monetize it if you don't say it in like the first half hour?
Every one of my
I don't
streams
know.
is monetized, and I say a lot more worse swear words, dude, and they've never come after me. Limited ad
Okay.
review.
All right, I'll start doing it then. But
Oh, no, don't. I need your money. Don't fucking do it. Keep doing what you're doing. Not monetizing shit.
And I F-bombed
Gotta pay
like
for
3
my
times during the
Celine.
Paramount story, so.
Yeah,
but we all ignore you when you were talking, Stephen, so none of us caught it.
Yeah, no,
I never swear, so.
So did you enjoy being on your first episode as a member of the panel, Stephen?
I did. And I hope everyone else did too.
No, they didn't. It was just
no.
My lawyer told me
you were kind of disappointing, but it's okay. It's your first show. We'll let it slide. I'm just giving you shit, man. You did great.
Thank you. Hey, one thing I would
learned
like
that
to
from Norm Macdonald, by the way.
All right.
That thing I do. I started doing that when I was in the Army. After I saw Norm Macdonald do it the first time. It's the backhanded compliment. You shit on somebody and you go, "Nah, you're a great guy." Norm did that to David Spade. Well, David Spade was on Dennis Miller's show when he had a show on, I think, HBO. And Norm was there with him. And he just relentlessly was shitting on David Spade for having feverish nightmares about dicks and balls. And Dennis is like, "Man, you were really hurting David, man." He goes, "It's okay. He's a good guy." And he puts his hand on his shoulder and shakes him. And it's like, oh my God. I would love to have been shit on by Norm Macdonald. That's fucking funny. And I don't mean that literally, Steven. So you go fuck yourself for any shit jokes you're about to make.
Glass bottom boat with Norm Macdonald.
Glass bottom boat. Thanks, awesome. You know what? I really appreciate all you guys. And when I say that, I'm not fucking kidding. I really do. We go back to our normal time next week.
Thank God.
2:00 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time. That's 3:00 Eastern Time.
Whoop, whoop.
And I'm not helping you guys in Mountain Time because fuck you guys. You can figure out that 1 hour difference. But on the Pacific Time, it's 2 hours earlier. So we'll be on at noon in, California, lefty country.
Lefty.
Yeah,
I'm
the
a lefty.
leftist side of the country.
You're a lefty too. So Steven Otten, what are you, left-handed or right-handed?
Left-handed.
Oh.
I'm right-handed and
you're a liar.
No. I'm ambidextrous with my hands when it comes to playing musical instruments. But when it comes to, I can draw a little bit with my left hand. I've done it, but I cannot write with my left hand.
Okay.
And the show died. All right.
One thing I can bring up real quick. I do want to thank you for bringing me on because it kind of pulled me out of the doldrums. Yesterday would have been my father's 75th birthday, and we lost him 4 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In March of 2018, he was career Air Force, 2 tours in Vietnam, and I've been thinking about him a lot lately, so I really miss him.
Well, God bless you, man. That's great. I know you don't have a channel of your own yet. Eventually, you're going to need to. I think everybody should have a voice. I mean, if the fucking crazy wackadoodles out there can have a voice, all of us should have a voice. But yeah, bless you, man. Even Awesome says it.
Thank you.
Awesome one. Bless you, Steve.
Thank you, Awesome.
You don't thank me? Well, fuck you.
Thank you. Yeah.
But I think your dad would have appreciated this little joke that I learned while I was in the military. The U.S. Army are referred to as doughboys, dogs, and Marines are referred to as leathernecks, jarheads, and devil dogs. The Navy is referred to as squids and swabbies. And the U.S. Air Force is called civilians in uniform.
Yeah.
When I was in the Army, our military post was my unit's post was on the Air Force Base, McClellan Air Force Base in Sacramento. And I was really thrown off by that. I expected us to be on an Army base, and I'm like, oh. So my sergeants, Tom Parker and Eugene Tevez, took me to my first lunch on post, and we went to the Air Force's cafeteria. And I went in this place, and it was made out of dark wood. Like, it looked like a cabin type restaurant. You go in there, and it's got flickering, lights. It was something else to behold. And I thought, my sergeants are fucking with me, and they've taken me to the NCO or Officers Club, and I'm just waiting for the punchline of them fucking with me. And so I sat down with them, and I kept looking around, waiting to get in trouble. And they had people serving in this place we were in. It was like a restaurant, and I'm really getting freaked out. Like, okay, let's get the joke on, and so we can get the hell out of here. I don't want to get in real trouble for eating in this place. And basically, please shut the door. Thank you. So I'm sitting there waiting for the joke to be laid on me, only to find out that this really is the enlisted men's dining hall, and a bunch of Air Force guys come walking in, and they all have hair over their ears and mustaches that went all the way out to here, which blew my fucking mind. I'm like, there was no military cuts in this place. It was incredible. And I loved being on an Air Force base with my Army unit. It was amazing. Best fucking food I ever had. Air Force.
Right on. Cool.
Nice.
I knew that story was going to end with food.
Yes, it does. And Jace shows up at the closing of the show. Thanks, Jace, for coming.
Yeah, hi. No, I knew that you were going to close it up soon, but I just wanted to come in and say hi.
It's good to see you, Jace.
Thank you.
It was a fun show. We got shut down by YouTube for a minute or two. I don't know how long.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Showing too much Saturday Night Live, Norm Macdonald. So there you go. But I want to thank everybody for showing up to the show. Thank you, Fat Steven. Thank you, Stephen Otten. Thank you, Six, for producing the show. And, of course, Jace, thanks for showing up last minute and saying hi.
No problem.
How you doing? With that said, I guess I'm going to try out our new outro video.
Oh.
And excuse me. Mm-hmm. So here it is, guys. And with that, we're out of here.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please remember to like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell icon. Remember, you can find us at Pop Culture Minefield on both Facebook and Instagram.
Goodbye, Chocolate Mousse. I'll never forget you. Goodbye, Ducroix. Take care of yourself. Goodbye, Deja Vu. I'll always remember you. And I'll miss you most of all, Scarecrow.